Good morning. Today we are going to discuss a very important aspect in our life, that is interview. We have been subjected to interviews right from our kindergarten days when we were taken by our parents to school and the principal there or the class teacher interviewed you for the first time. We were shy, we were not opening up, though we knew things, but we were in our own cocoon or shell. The same thing happens even today. Having interviewed for more than 300 candidates, I have realized that interview techniques, they can be made very simple. It is just like a natural behavior, provided you don't get conscious about it and you prepare yourself for this. I'm going to tell you the interview techniques in a very, very simple way, that what all should be done and what all points should be kept in mind while going for an interview. I will follow the ABCD technique of interviews, where A stands for appearance. When we are going for an interview, we must give a lot of importance to appearance. When I say appearance, it doesn't mean that you have to run to a salon or something, but you should be presentable, you should have apparel grace, you should have a good haircut, because your apparel grace exudes confidence, it exudes that kind of pleasing personality which the interviewing officer is looking at. Then is the B. B stands for behavior. You must have those kind of etiquettes and that kind of adorable behavior when you are going for an interview, which starts from opening the door, seeking permission to get into the room, exchanging pleasantries, again displaying good body language, and following the normal etiquettes by seeking permission to sit down and then proceed. Then comes the next step, that is C, where you must show confidence. Because an interviewing officer is basically looking at the confidence level of your personality. So you should not unnecessarily make any kind of gestures like scratching your head or biting your nails or any other tapping your foot or tapping the handrest of the chair. So you have to show a good confidence level. The next step is D, that is disposition. You should have a happy disposition which should be pleasing to the interviewing officer. It should have a confident smile. It should have a good posture when you are sitting. And you should look as if you are in command or you are in control of things. The next step is empathy. What an interviewing officer is looking is that when you work as a team member or as a team leader or as a business leader, are you empathetic towards your teammates? How considerate you are, how caring you are. So he'll be looking for these points. Then comes the, whether you are a fruitful member of a team or what is your fraternity level quotient. Because in every organization, they are basically looking for candidates who can work in a team. You may be at the top rung or the starting rung. So you have to prove that yes, you are a useful member of a team when you are being interviewed. Then he's also looking for good communication skills. Whether you can communicate confidently, effectively, and in a very precise manner. So he is also looking at your communication skills. Then he is looking for honesty, because there'll be large number of forms you'll be filling. You'll be filling your personal data. You'll be filling about your hobbies, about interest, about your core competencies. So it is better that you should know them. You should not bluff anything, because if you don't know, you just admit that you don't know, and no negative points are given for this, unless you have series of no's which will go against you. Then you have to be honest about your communicating, that what are your strengths and weaknesses. The interviewing officer may ask you questions in 4 formats. He can ask you a question which can be an opening question, that is to just exchange pleasantries and to tell you or to make you comfortable, so that he comes to your level, and the candidate comes up to the desired level of the interviewing officer. They can be pleasantries about your father, about your parents, about your place of residence. Then comes your probing questions. He's going to probe you, because if you are introvert kind of personality, he's going to ask you some probing questions. Which subject you like? What are your hobbies? Who's your role model? After that, he may even ask leading questions, because if the interviewing officer feels that the personality traits are not coming out, then he is going to ask you some leading questions, so that he can form an opinion. And finally, he is going to ask you a closed question, if he has to just confirm, or he has to just find out that what kind of personality you are. The leadership qualities which are expected out of you, which may be adaptability, teamwork, group dynamics. So all these points, these are the qualities which he's looking in you, and he's going to test these qualities in various forms. Like he may ask you to organize some function where he can see your organizing capabilities. He may ask you, he may even ask you some instigator questions, so that he comes to know about your personality, that whether you have that tolerance of ambiguity or not. Then you have to have some kind of knowledge base about the current affairs or the international affairs. His aim, by no stretch of imagination, is not to find out how much you know, but he wants to know that how much you keep yourself abreast with the current affairs and the things which are happening around you. So it is always better to have knowledge about the things which are happening around you. They can be current events or international events. Having seen all these things, a very pet question which is asked in the interview is that, do you have anything to ask me? Mind you, it is an interview. It is exchange of views between you and the interviewing officer. So you should be prepared for this question beforehand, rather than found fumbling and looking for words and rephrasing your sentences, in which you would have lost considerable time. So it is better to ask these questions to yourself and prepare answers to them, so that you are ready with your salvos to be fired at the interviewing officer, which can really impress him. Having seen these points, and if you concentrate on these points, I am sure you will do well in the interview and will reach the heights which you are looking at.